Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of NC-17. My name is Josh. Lisa's out and about doing her thing, which is always a good thing. Today, we are honored to welcome back actress, model, just all around great human being, Morgan Ziva. How you doing today?
Good. Am I supposed to be able to see you? Because I can't.
Uh-oh. Let's see. All right, can you see me now? No.
No, maybe it's on my end.
Uh, it it could be. Well, you're the star of the show today, so as long as we can see you,
See
that's all that
me?
matters. Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. So how has your year been? We met last year, so how has your year been?
Good, good. I'm very happy the holidays are over. I'm sure a lot of people share that feeling.
Yeah, they are the most hectic time of year. So,
Yes. Oh gosh.
nah. uh, so let's go back to Motor City Nightmares last year when we first met.
Yes, let's go back.
So we met through Jorge De La Rosa,
Yes.
who directed Hellvan, which you have a starring role in. So how did that come about of you just getting involved with that film and how you guys kind of met and everything like that?
With Hellvan, I met Jorge at Cinema Wasteland.
Okay.
Um, the late Bob Katabish had me meet him there at Cinema Wasteland, and he's like, "You should, come to these, and you should, just walk around and meet people." And so I was like, "Okay." And I remember I met Jorge, and this was several years before he started the film, and he was just talking about it. Then it was just an idea. He was like, "Oh, I think I want to make this crazy movie about this killer man," and I didn't know that he, that it would come to pass that he would write the script, and but he did. He wrote the script and he made the film, and he's wonderful on the set. Wonderful, very professional.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, so you play the reporter.
Yes.
Uh, there's like, I mean, the whole movie was kind of just off the wall, batshit crazy, but it was in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so your character, like I said, you played the reporter, and you weren't like in it throughout the whole thing, but you were in it enough to, like make your put your stamp on it,
Yeah. Yeah, that was
and
fun.
it's kind of like Christine meets The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that one. Ooh.
Oh yeah. uh
There was so much, it seems like there was so much physical acting in the Exorcist. Like that, boy, as an actor, that can really beat up on your body.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh yeah, actually I had a lengthy conversation with Eileen Dietz, who played Reagan when she was possessed, and she said it took a toll. It did take a
I
toll.
bet. I'm sure. Yeah, it's hard. I feel like actors, oh, it's just such a physical, it's just so physical, and and you can get hurt, and oh, it's tough.
Oh yeah. So at Nightmares, we had a very an awesome video with both you and Jorge. But in that interview, you told me about a movie called St. Patrick's Day: The Slough Awakens.
Yes.
Yes. So same night after you guys left, I watched it, gave it a review. Excellent movie. I mean, like, I love zombies, and it's kind of like zombies and fairies kind of clashed.
I know. I just love that.
It was a good movie. You play the Slovak Queen. Uh, how did that come about, and like, what was the timetable for the prosthetics that they put on you and stuff like that? I mean, because
Yes. and that is so funny that you say that because I just worked with a photographer today and I did a fashion shoot and it was just like, how did you play this monster? And it's so funny, but I had met the director Eddie Langell at I believe it was the premiere of Lilith Ratchet and another great movie. And I was just in the audience with my dad, um, not really dressed for the occasion, just there kind of checking out the movie. And I met him and we must have exchanged emails. I don't know how we connected, but he had me audition. He had me come in for this other character and he had me read some lines. And then that movie got nixed. I don't think he ever made that. And I thought, oh, I thought, oh, maybe he doesn't like me. I'm not reading my lines well. And, lo and behold, he messaged me and we had this meeting in person and and he asked me if I wanted to play this monster and it was really sweet, because he felt that, I was attractive. So it's like, would I be willing to put on all this heavy prosthetic, and get transferred into this creature? And I couldn't wait. I was really excited. I was really happy.
Oh
I couldn't wait to get all uglied up for this
yeah.
part.
Oh yeah. Uh, you, so playing that character, like no dialogue.
Yes, that can be pretty difficult. There's not that many movies out there where you have like zero dialogue.
Yeah. Uh, so a lot of people, especially the friends I've shown that movie to, uh, they all say, well, they get it. The good people are trying to survive, and the bad people are trying to do what they're doing. The first time watching it, I was like, okay, I'm getting it all, taking it all in. But then going back and watching it a couple more times, I'm like, I didn't want to see it from the group's point of view. I wanted to see it from like the point of view of the other characters, such as the Slua. And to me, it was more of a story of the life that was lived shall be lived even longer, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And you did a fantastic job. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. When we did interview you for the Slow Awakens the following day, which thank you again. I mean, because you had a busy schedule that weekend.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course.
we dedicated that episode to your friend, and that episode holds like a. I normally don't dedicate episodes, but I'm the kind of person that I want to show the respect.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
Oh, you're
thanks for
welcome.
dedicating that to Bob.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and well, you're a good person, so it's like just another way of showing you respect. So
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome. And you got some exciting things coming up, new projects.
Yes. Yes. I don't know what's going on, but um, I mean, it's all positive, you
Yeah.
know, not, but like today, I worked with a new photographer and I'm the same director, Eddie Langell, is going to be working on, and there is a GoFundMe campaign online if anybody's interested, because I think you can get little perks if you go to that. Um, did I say GoFundMe? No.
Indiegogo.
Indigo.
Yeah.
Indigo. Thank you. Yes, so that is going to be called the Yule Monster. I kind of wish I could play the monster, but I think that I will give respect to like the next actress and I think it is going to be a woman who's going to play this next creature.
Okay.
Excuse me. And but I am going to have, I think, a couple scenes in this film. I think we're gonna film them this month.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're all right.
So I'm excited about that. Like, yeah, I any chance I can get to do performing. I should have like another underwater shoot coming up here in February, but it just seems like lately I'm just getting a lot of people reaching out that are like, "Hey, do you want to work? Hey, do you want to shoot? Hey, do you want to see in this movie? Do you want, and I love it. Whether I don't care whether it is an indie movie, SAG movie, it's a time for French shoot, it's a paid shoot. I don't care. I love working. I love creativity. I love to be part of any new project. It's just the best.
Oh yeah. Uh, you also were in I haven't seen it yet, but a movie called Melonheads.
Yes, and we just recently did some new scenes for that. And that was so much fun. And I got to film that scene with my best friend Tess Mormont. And I think that was her, and you'll get to see, she's so beautiful. And that was her first movie experience. And she did a really great job. I did her makeup, by the way, but but it was so fun. And yeah, we had to like recreate the look I had for the melon heads because it's like, oh my God, it had been a couple years. And thank God I had every single piece of that costume, and in the scene I have colored hair. We had to recreate my hair, we had to make it longer. And yeah, it was a long night, but boy, it was fun.
Oh yeah. Speaking of your friend Tess, she's in a lot of your photo shoots too. Like when you do conjunction ones.
Yeah, sometimes, and I do love to do that. Sometimes I will like shoot with my friends. Tess and I have done some shoots together. We did a Goth Beach shoot. We're both doing an underwater shoot in February. We may do something together. I don't know, but I know we do have another shoot together coming up with a different photographer. So that's great. And she's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so how did you get into the whole modeling thing outside of the actress thing? How did that come about?
Sure, yeah. Well, I have been on stage since I was in grade school, and then on to high school. I did start modeling in high school. I did a lot of like runway, bridal like shoots, and that was fun. They put you in the big
Uh,
ball gown, but there's more to it because those dresses are so heavy that when you get to the end of that runway, you have to grab your train and like whip pretty hard so the thing floats out in front of you when you turn around or you're going to fall.
oh, oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was a kid. For fun, some paid print. I love it so much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh, I will say, like because I do follow you on social media. I'm not a stalker though, but I do follow you
I
on.
know. Don't be silly.
But I am I'm a big fan of your more of the Viking kind of like all your modeling is
Yes.
awesome, but the Viking stuff,
Thank you.
I'm like
Thank
you
you.
belong in that TV show Vikings.
Oh, thank you. That means so much to me. Yeah, that would probably fall into the cosplay category of modeling. And oh, I love it so much. And then if anybody wants to book with her, her website is Got to Be Me. And oh, Savannah is so wonderful. What's so interesting about her, and one of the reasons I love to work with her, she is such an artist and she has such vision. She makes all these costumes. Like she totally put that together. I did buy the hair from my witchery for that. Um, she makes beautiful work. Um, and then Savannah does all the makeup herself. Like, oh, she's so good. Yeah, I got so much positive feedback on that Viking shoot. People loved it. And ooh, should I? These are so like bold, are people gonna like this? But I mean, what am I talking about? I mean, I played like a demon queen with huge prosthetics on me, and I'm like, and I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
love it.
So are there any like certain types of here we go. Are there any actors or actresses out there or directors that you kind of like have a bucket list that you would love to work with?
Gosh. Oh, there's so many directors I would love to work with and actors. Oh, oh my God. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many. I think it would be so cool to work with like Sam Raimi, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not limited to that. You know this,
Yeah.
that I'm not, I am with an agency, and my agency is Next Gen. They used to be PCG, but wonderful, very professional. And so, I mean, I love my indie stuff though. I love my indie stuff. The odd, and thank you for bringing that up, because the one thing I do want to tell everyone is, yeah, if you're an actor or an actress or a model, like, I totally get the dream of doing like a big budget film, or I want paid shoots, and I want this, and I want to be in the cover of magazine. I always started in a simple place.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, you know, this agency rejected me, so I'm just not going to model anymore. Oh, well, I didn't make the audition, so I'm going to start making films. No, no, make your own films. Make films with your friends. Star in those films. Book your own shoots. Even if you're like, you know, I do sometimes I get paid, sometimes we do time for print shoots, sometimes I pay the photographer if I want something special, or I need headshots, I need something for my portfolio. Fine, fine, but people should never limit their potential to, ooh, am I going to get the part or not? Am I going to get to be in this big budget film? Am I going to be part of this huge shoot? I don't know. I think I just love that I'm working, working, working. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's my project or my friends, or it's a huge big budget project coming down the road. Do it all. Do it all. And I
All
do it
right.
all.
Yeah. The independent scene in like film to me, actually, and this is guys on the truth. I love film. I think everyone knows this, but I think the independent scene is kind of like the meat and potatoes of the film industry because in independent film, you guys are like the actors, directors, producers, everybody who's involved is they're putting their all in because they love the art. You
Yeah.
know,
But they love it. Yeah.
and you see a lot of the big name actors and big name directors and stuff, and they're like, "Where's my next check?" You know, and to me, I mean, yeah, they love the art because they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, but to me, it's like it's more of a intimate feeling on an independent film.
Honest to God. I've made so many wonderful friends in the indie scene too. Um, and if you think about it like this, even all the big I mean, look at Sam Raimi. Let's use Sam Raimi as an example. I mean, he started with this. What? Sam Raimi was in college, and
Hmm.
he's like, I'm gonna make this Evil Dead film, and I mean, lo and behold, what? He's doing the Marvel. I mean, and he just blew up. It, and you just don't know. I think that as you're working, you're getting more experience, you're making your own movies and you're passionate and you just don't know whose attention you're going to grab and it's kind of happening for me right now. I'm getting a lot more messages. I'm having people reach out. Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to shoot? You want to maybe be in this project? And I think just getting out there and getting in front of people and you know is like the first step.
Oh yeah. Well, one, like I said, I have all the respect in the world for independent film and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, it's like meeting people such as yourself and Jorge, and just like the people at Wendigo Pictures, and even my co-host. I met Lisa at Motor City Nightmares. Meeting all you guys makes me have more of a love for the art, because now it's like I know personally there's going to be a little bit of a ego head thing, and I'm sorry, but I'm not egotistical. Please believe me.
Okay, don't
But
worry.
it's like knowing you guys kind of makes me feel a little bit more attached to the films, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, I live vicariously through you guys, so
No, we appreciate your, I can't tell you how much I appreciate, you taking the time. We're doing these interviews. We're talking about the movies, because it just gives people a chance to be like, you know, who is the person behind the mask? Who's the person behind this character? And is this a good film? And Josh says it's a good film. I want to go watch it. I was amazed that there was an ad for Slua Awakens in a magazine. Yeah, Eddie sent me that. I was like, what? What? You know?
oh yeah, I think I actually reposted that for you too.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like when I saw that, when Eddie sent me that, I think I stared for a few minutes. I was like, what? What? Oh my
Oh yeah. Uh, I know we did talk about the Slow Awakens at Motor City Nightmares last year.
Yeah.
And you said you loved that they put the blood on you and everything like that. But if I remember correctly, didn't you say it was kind of cold out there that night too?
God, yes. Oh, it's rough. That is rough. And I think for all actors, I think everybody can kind of relate, not just actors, sorry, writers, directors, actors, behind the scenes, camera people, it's a long process, and it's so many takes. And it's just like the weather doesn't always cooperate. You're freezing, and you have to do it 100 more times.
Oh yeah.
But it's an understanding. We all know it's going to be we're going to be on the set a long time. It's going to be a long day. We
Oh
know.
yeah. Uh, I have to say though, and like my favorite scene of the Slow Awakens, not to spoil anything, but there's gonna be a spoiler, is when old boy is tied to the tree, and you just look over and you're like,
Yes.
I'm like, and you get that nod. I'm like, okay, that right there, straight out of like, yeah, that was
That
probably
was
my
so
favorite scene because it
good.
showed just how like in control you were. Well, the character was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all, the movie was great. I mean, I think I've seen it like 15 to 20 times.
Bless your heart. Do you know who else who watches this movie all the time is my mother. She is so proud. she loves this movie. It is so cute. My mother has always been a huge horror fan. She has always been a huge horror fan. And and she's critical. She does not like everything. And she loves she loved The Slew Awakens, and it was so darling because she was so proud. She's like, "Oh, it's my daughter. It's so cute."
I mean, hey, having the support of your family is always important, right?
Absolutely. And not everybody has it. So
Very true.
I get it. So it's like I know that we all gotta support each other, you know, be there for each other. And it's hard, because even as you get going and you get out there. I'll just touch on this just briefly for a moment. I think there's the misinterpretation that if you're an actor, if you're a director, writer, model, whatever you want to say, that everyone's nice to you and that they go out of their way for you and everyone's kind and you don't get bullied. And when you're out there and you're really working your craft, there's a lot of BS, even just online, people are the worst. They just say the worst stuff. And I don't know why they do that. I don't know if they are like, hey, I don't see you as a real person anymore. And I just feel like I'm gonna say whatever I want, no matter how crappy it is. But that must be really hard. I mean, it is super hard for me. I'd imagine that as you go up in the tiers as a, in the industry, it's probably is 100 times worse for them.
Uh, uh, so you said you met Jorge at Cinema Wasteland.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about that? And because I know there's a lot of viewers who may not know what Cinema Wasteland is, and if you want to just kind of go into that a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. And everybody who's in the film industry, I always tell people, I've had a couple people be like, hey, I would like to get into film. And one of the first things I always tell them is show up to the film. Is it cons
Yeah.
or film festivals? Yes, go to the cons. Um, Cinema Wasteland, they're such good people. Um, so you can go, and what's great about Cinema Wasteland, and why can't I think of the guy's name and his wife who runs it right now? They are lovely people and so willing to help you. Like they let us make like a short, movie
Yeah.
to of Bob's movies to show at Cinema Wasteland. And they're always so willing to help out new filmmakers, new directors. They want to showcase their work, and when you go to that event, there's like several rooms that are just dedicated to, new films. And so you can go through, I'm going to go in this room, and oh, wow, okay, so this new director, oh, check out this actor. It's a great way to get out there. And then everybody has their table set up. A lot of times at these cons, you got your celebrities, Tom Savini and, all these other actors, so you can walk around and you can meet people. And, I like to just talk to different people and just ask them questions. I think where did I meet him? Um, the actor of Cooties, that movie Cooties, like really took off again. And I met that actor, at one of these film festivals. I know how I started talking to him because I'm kind of shy. I kind of walked up and I was like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I think I thought I knew him. Just so friendly. And I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I just like to ask questions. And I mean, everybody needs encouragement. So anyway, he's just like, I don't think we know each other, but I like you. And we exchanged information and, he was like, he emailed me later and he was like, I don't know, I may have some parts for you in some upcoming films that I'm making. And, and that is how you do it. Just talk to people, just talk to different directors, talk to different actors. I would say, and it's hard. This is pretty good advice. When you're talking to them, I think keep your questions kind of brief. Not everybody's going to want to talk to you, especially if they're a big name.
Oh yeah.
It may kind of get on their nerves a little bit. I know. But like I said, with that one guy, he's pretty out there. The guy who did the Cooties movie, like I said, it was just an accident. And I'm just like, oh, hi, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, I would say just keep your questions kind of brief and direct. Don't linger around too long, because there's other people that want to come along and like talk to them. I mean, I would buy something from them. Hey, can I get one of these pictures? Can I get your book? Can you sign it? So, and I think that while you're there, I think especially if you're like, I want to be an actor, I want to do this, ask questions. But those cons are just a wonderful way to get out there and meet people. I mean, I had like, I have been doing stage and modeling since I was a kid, and I would go around and I would go to agency and get rejected by this one and this one, And when
Yeah.
I met Bob, who did the RAK films, I think I just responded to an ad where he was looking for actresses and he kind of gave me my start, and then I met Jorge and was in his movie and then I was in Eddie's movie and then and it if you just put yourself out there, it'll snowball. And sometimes not a quick, a snowball starts small,
Yeah.
it's rolling down and then it gets huge. But don't go into it with that attitude of like, Hollywood is gonna just, I'm just gonna be at the shooting pool somewhere and I'm gonna get discovered by Hollywood. I mean, sometimes you could even put yourself right in front of Hollywood, and it doesn't mean you're going to get the part. So, yes, the cons, Cinema Wasteland, the one that we met at, what was the name of that one again?
Motor City Nightmares.
Motor City Nightmares. Yes. And Jorge, he's great about this stuff. Jorge will freaking travel around the country and go to as many of these. My God, probably everybody knows Jorge by now. They're like, yeah, Jorge, Hellman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we got about 5 minutes left. Uh, would you like to plug your socials and where people can reach out to you? And if there's just any kind of message you'd like to send to anybody within the next couple minutes?
Yes, of course. My gosh. So you can find me, Morgan Ziva, under Instagram. I do have a Twitter. I don't really go on there very much. Facebook. Let's see, what else? I am on TikTok. Um, yeah, and that's about it.
Uh, uh, so one last question. I'll make it brief since we got 4 minutes.
Sure.
What would you like how would you like 2025 to go for you?
Gosh. Well, I have to say, it's already going very positively. I want to continue to keep booking, keep working, keep meeting people. My health is like optimal right now, which I'm going to tell everybody. I am healthy, everybody. Please stop asking me about my weight. Stop doing that because it's like you go on this health journey and people are like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" It's like, healthy. So I just want to continue to be healthy, feel great, connect with people, keep booking. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a really great year.
Uh, uh, well, I would like to thank you for coming on. It's like I always tell every guest, it's not cold outside when it's in the summertime, but you always have a home here, whether rain, snow, or sleet. So, uh, but I sound real corny saying that last part, but it's the truth.
You're
You got a
great.
home with the
You're great.
NC-17. But thank you for coming on, and
Of course.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you for having me on. I love these.
Oh yeah, and you're more than welcome. So when Melon Heads comes out, if you want to come back on, I give you an invite now. When the Yule Monster comes out, you can come back on for that one too.
And I think Jorge's working on Hellvan too.
Yes, he
So
is. Yes, he
I
is.
don't think I'm in that one, but I'll be behind the scenes. So I'll
Hey,
still be part of it. We'll still talk about it.
oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and
Yeah, of course.
until next time, everybody, stay NC-17.
Bye, bye, everybody.